Well, we made it to the top of the 2023 Unrealistic event out here in Sweden. You can see the start gate is the loop rail that Jesper successfully completed back in 2017. This thing is nuts. God, can you imagine skiing that? After you make it through the ring of fire here, it goes off into 2 small scale rainbow rails that we'll post up to. Transition between each rainbow is very small, meaning you gotta have your stunts on lock here. If you come off a little bit too far to the left or right, you're not gonna be able to make it back onto that second rainbow. Keeping with the Red Bull Play Streets theme, man, we got a full trampoline in the course here as well. Oh. And if you manage to successfully yeet yourself off the tramp, you basically have little to no time to react for that next lipstick or down bar. We call it a lipstick because the rail looks like a lipstick. And then after this feature set, it takes you onto that middle table, the first big set of rails, which we've seen in some unrealistic projects in the past.
Yeah, life is the only thing we need. They need me to go, but I don't want to leave.
But man, seeing this thing in the flesh, oh, the curvature on it's just righteous. And with both of these features, you're gonna be coming out with a lot of speed, and it's necessary because we have one of, if not the biggest rainbow rail ever seen in competition down below. Oh, mother of all is good. No thanks. Gee whiz. You what? Branding alone is 3 meters tall, so you can only imagine how tall this lip is, let alone the top of that cylinder. We're blasting into the rail now. Oh my goodness gracious. After that thing, you got plenty of other options as well. You have this like mega 8 kink, octa kink, and then 2 massive down bars in the middle of some of the gnarliest rail features ever built. First one is known as the Spider or Vin Diesel because there's a lot of V's. It's basically a couple hundred elbow rails smacked together and you're supposed to make it to the end. Oh, back 270 as well, brother. Yo. And then on the other side of the course, you have this thing, a triple S rail. Curved jibs like C and S rails are known for being some of the most difficult features in free skiing because you can't just hop onto the rail and enjoy the ride. You gotta slide it while simultaneously giving your hips a little wiggle to make it to the end. And then finally, the craziest of them all, the cinnamon roll. This is Jesper's newest invention. It requires the athlete to gap over the first part of the rail and hit the very tip-top center before starting your descent down the entire cinnamon roll. Jesper, how does it feel to have your own event?
It's crazy feeling, especially in this arena where JY was, and damn, so much history in free skiing.
Yeah. And out of everyone here, I mean, you have like a lot of nostalgia, a lot of history from a lot of different features, you know, from your world record, from lots of different projects. What would you say is your favorite one here?
Oof. I mean, this new rainbow rail we have here, it's my favorite. Yeah. It's such a great feeling. I haven't done much tricks on it, but just sliding, it's the best feeling.
Think you could get a hand drag over?
That would be almost a dream trick on that one.
Yeah, maybe a death sentence as well?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you need the perfect speed for it, otherwise that could be kind of devastating.
Dude, well, it's so sick, man. Thanks so much. Excited to see you shred.
Yeah, I'm stoked too.
At the top of the Andreas Holtveit. Yeah, perfect. I'm trying my best. He taught me how to pronounce his last name properly. One of the biggest legends in the entire sport. We got a massive course in front of us here. What feature are you scared of the most?
The big rainbow is scary.
Yeah.
Gap in the kink box is kind of scary.
Dude, well, I'll try and keep up.
All right, let's see how far we get.
Oh, he's cooking it fast. Off into the first rainbow here. Oh, going for the ski slide 360 out. That is so difficult to do. Pump it up, back 360 swap, switching to the trampoline here. Oh, big bounce rubber now. Coming into the ski rail now. Oh, getting the front swap, but just coming off a little bit early, off into the big disaster box here. Oh, going under flip 450. We're blasting into the rail now. Oh my goodness gracious. Getting the front swap on the 30. Going out cape then on the last there off into the horseshoe. Wow. You went so big on the rainbow. Dude, you were taller than the Taj Mahal for a second. Man, the myth, the legend, Harlow.
Wu-Tang is for the children.
How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Good. We're standing on top of the Unrealistic event here, the top of the slope course. You're getting some big speed for some big stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ready?
Let's do it. For sure.
Popping in switch to the first rainbow rail. Oh, switch 270. Oh, 270, 450 out. So close. Man, even the legend is humble.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. You good?
Standing?
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Get it.
Let's do it.
Coming into the C-rail here. Oh, lip on. Too easy. Taking up a lot of speed so it can go 450. Disaster. Oh, popping out switch into the rainbow here. Oh, Lincoln safety. That was crazy, buddy.
It was fun.
You even locked safety on that one as well.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
It felt good.
You got it. See if we can make it just to the second kink here. Not too kinky. Oh, we did the third. Oh, now Jesper's looking. Here it is.
Nope.
It's too hard, Jesper. Your event is too difficult.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! No!
Now the entire broadcast is uploaded on Red Bull TV, so I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can watch the full thing uninterrupted. Highly recommend it. It's nuts. But I just wanted to show off some of my favorite runs from the entire event. First off, we got Evan McCracken here coming in for his first lap. Again, they got 3 runs here. This is his first. He got a 3 swap to switch on that first rainbow. Switch 270 to 270 out of that next one. Really difficult combination to link up on a small set of 2 rainbow rails. Just doing a little backdrop on the trampoline there.
See what he's got further down. For a 4-on switch up. Switch up.
Oh, there's me! Dude, there's me. You can see me just in the corner there in disbelief. 450 up, back 3 swap over the king, continuing to the front swap and pops out forward, off into the rainbow now.
This one, now he's got the speed, Paddy.
Going huge double.
It's so crazy. This is absolutely ridiculous when you consider the sheer size, the sheer scale of this feature. This is the biggest rainbow we've ever seen in a contest since it was first debuted back in Red Bull Big Air 2003, the event that John Olsen was crowned champion. Evan coming up, not only sliding it, but instantly scissors to get that front swap to the tip-top point of that rainbow. Scissors again in the opposite direction to pop a front 270 swamp lat, switch 50-50, switch 180 out. Don't know if that's what he was going for exactly, but he made contact with it and then goes for the 30 meter. Locks on safety. One of the only guys to actually make it to the end of this rail, and it was in his slopestyle run. It wasn't even in the best trick contest. I don't think anybody during the best trick jam session actually made it to the end of the 30.
Okay,
So Evan really brought it together down at the bottom here.
this one.
The switch up. Almost scratching off the end.
Next up, we got to talk about Alex Hackle. Had the pleasure of skiing with this guy at this year's Nines and also seeing him throw down in the flesh at the Unrealistic event out here in Sweden, the event we're watching. I don't know if you've figured out this is unrealistic or not, but watch this madness. Switch lit, fast slide, front swap, pops out forward, comes up, backslide to a back swap, continuing 270 out to a backslide. Brittany, I guess you could call it, off into the C-rail now.
The down. I'd say this is like the third. Oh, nice swap. 4 out. Switch in to the flat down.
Then he loses a little bit on the flat down, but even though the run he knows is technically over for him, he's still going to go for something heavy on the rainbow here.
First run.
Full perfect hand-drake cork Sam. And the fact that he went for this, after fumbling on the flat down bar, knowing that his run was likely not going to be a podium contender, is insane. He was just doing it for himself in that moment. Oh, such a flippy cork 7. You could almost call it hand drag D-spin 7. But look at this angle here. Oh, you can't see the full bottom of the lip either, but he is really high up. Next up, Swedish legend Emil Granbaum debatably threw the nuttiest trick on the rainbow feature, which you'll see in a minute here. But just because you don't see this guy competing too much in mainstream competitions doesn't mean he can't ski. You'll see very quickly that he can ski quite well. Fast slide to switch while grabbing safety. Switchlet back 270 out of the second rainbow. Goes for this half backflip to 180 out of the trampoline feature. Probably one of the more difficult combos we've been seeing on that feature. He fumbles off the C-rail a little bit and kind of doesn't make it to the end of the down here on this underflip for disaster, but just watch this next maneuver.
Now absolutely hauling into this rainbow.
Sending it past the landing, you could call that like a double cork 7 hand drag. The axis wasn't truly dub 7, maybe a little bit more flippy like a dub Lincoln. It was really wonky axis for sure. But dude, threw a full-on dub over the biggest rainbow out of any contest. Like, dude, if you were to see that in the flesh and stand there and think that somebody was going to go for a hand drag and then proceed to do 2 dome dips while skipping the landing at the end, you would say that's bogus.
He had to muscle that
Super
out.
steezy though. Hand drag.
Oh, love that.
Opens up to not over.
So nuts. And that's just a few highlights for me. There's so many more. A lot more riders were involved, and obviously some really insane moments went down that I didn't show off. So I'll leave the full broadcast again in the description below. And then after the slopestyle contest, it was time for the best trick session. And during it, something very crazy happened. I got to host my first ever actual ski event.
If that's a mistake on their end, I guess we'll find out later on. But if it's a success, they'll find out later on as well.
To the entire team at Red Bull, Jesper, all the athletes involved, I cannot thank you guys enough for letting me have a piece in this, for giving me the opportunity to actually host my first ever real life ski event. This whole channel started with steep gameplay videos, and then eventually I started posting ski vlogs, and eventually started making these commentary and reaction type videos to ski edits and ski events like X Games Big Air. And during that time, it was always a dream to maybe commentate or host one of these events in the future, but it seemed really far-fetched. But to now have lived through that moment of hosting a Red Bull event, especially Jesper's event, that one of the coolest, most special moments of my entire life. I even kept the wind muff as a memento. Like, dude, so stoked on it. Can't even form a sentence. And the foundation of this entire story is obviously you guys watching the videos, supporting the channel throughout the years. So all my gratitude, all my thanks goes strictly to you. Like, thank you so much for making this happen. Other than that, boys, you know I love you, and you know the good Lord. The good Lord, Rubber Ducky, he loves you too, okay? We'll see you in the next one.